Rolling shad and anchovies is a great way to catch landlocked king salmon and big trout. The first step in bait rolling success is properly preparing your bait. The next step is rigging your bait so it will roll properly when pulled through the water.
Hi, I'm Cal Kellogg of the Fish Sniffer magazine. Every month I get a lot of questions about how to roll bait for landlocked kings and big trout. Here's how I do it. I was taught by Monty Smith. There's several ways to do it, but this is the way I prefer to do it. The first thing about rolling bait is you need good bait. So I have my cooler here. What we have in the cooler, we have, I don't know if you can see that, we have a mixture of ice, water, bluing, and salt. And here's our bait. I have some anchovies, I have some shad. That mixture, you notice how shiny my anchovies are. The bluing makes them shiny. The combination of salt and ice keeps them cold. This anchovy is actually frozen. He's been in here actually all day. I put him in last night around 6 o'clock. So that's how you keep your bait in good condition. But I'm going to show you how to do a shad. Anchovies and shad, you rig them the same way. Here's a nice shad. Now, for me, this is about perfect size. Notice the shad's about the length of my index finger. You want them an inch, inch and a half long, but larger ones will work, and so will anchovies. Here's how you rig them. Some guys like to run them with flashers or dodgers. I don't. I rig them to run them just by themselves, no attractor. What I do have, though, this is very important, I have a whole bunch of swivels. I have the bead chain swivel, and I got a couple other ones, because the bait is going to roll. If you don't have good swivels, it's going to twist your line. It's going to make a big mess. Here's the other key part of my rig. I've got a treble hook here on the end of the leader, and I've got an octopus hook.
Put it down by your leg so we can zoom in.
Okay. I've got a treble hook and an octopus hook. The octopus hook is schnelled so it slides. And I'll do another tutorial on how to tie that knot. It's pretty simple, but I'll do a tutorial on that in a while. But here's how you make a shad or an anchovy roll. Take your bait, take the octopus hook, run it right up through the hard part of his nose, like that. And you take your treble, place it in the cartilage right at the end of the tail. Any fish that hits this is going to come and grab it from the tail, and they're going to get that hook in their mouth, hopefully. Now, rig like that, and the bait is straight, it's not going to roll through the water. To make it spin, to get the roll we want, put a little curve in the bait, and then pull line back through the leader. Tighten the line between the two hooks to create that curve in the bait. Now, you can see that I've pulled a curve in that bait. The more curve you pull in it, the bigger the roll. For king salmon, you want a big, slow roll. For trout, you want the bait pretty straight. You want it more, think of a drill bit. So that's kind of the two differences. And we'll show you this in the water in a second. But that's got a good curve in it. So that one's ready to go. A couple final notes on this, though. If you're using it in a downrigger, I like to put this about 60 feet behind the boat, drop it down to the depth where I think the fish are. You get a couple different kinds of strikes. Usually trout will get hooked and they'll rip it off the downrigger. You'll get the release, you know they're on there. With kings, you'll get a tap, tap, tap on the rod tip. Sometimes they pull it out of the clip. Usually you get a tap, tap, tap. When you get that, pop it out of the downrigger and wait a second. Wait for the slack to go. When you feel the fish, give them a little bit of hook set and start working the reel. Fish on. Let's pull this through the water and see how it spins. I've got this one bent pretty much how I do it for king, so we should get a nice big roll. Over here. Here. And we're not trolling right now, so I'll just drag it through the water. But you can definitely see. Let's see, we'll put it over here. You can definitely see the rotation on that bait, and that's just about perfect. So there you go. That's how you rig shad. That's how you rig anchovies. It's simple. It's not complicated, and it's super deadly. This matches the forage that the fish are feeding on, and it's real meat. So when they start, grabbing it, tasting it, they want to eat it. Fish on, baby.